I've been in business for most of my life. We had gone through some stuff and done some different things. Back in early 2000s, I guess, I had a guy one day ask me, "Do you know how to build a pole barn?" And I'm like, I have no idea what that even is. We were broke, we didn't have any money, and we were just getting by, and I was willing to do anything. My mom and dad taught me how to work hard, and I knew I was smart enough to build something.
I didn't know what a pole building was either. When he first said this new idea, I was like, oh boy, here we go again.
So we look at back then, it was me out swinging a hammer with 3 guys, and they didn't know what they were doing. I didn't know what I was doing, trying to figure it out. The guy was really patient with me and did a pretty good job. That turned into another building, and then eventually we just had more and more people want a building. We were trying to build something that will last generations. It's come a long ways. The building that we built 17 years ago took us about 2.5, 3 weeks. That same building we build in about 3 days now. I love horses, and I've team roped for the last 30 years, and it sounded like a good name, and it's something that I love to do. Of course, the boss had to approve of the name, but I just brought it home to her one day, and she thought it sounded good, and away we went. When people say Roper or Roper Buildings, we want them to think this is the best building out there. We have a very niche market in the construction world. How do we set ourselves apart from all the other contractors? We have a person that only does permits. She will get your permit for you. She will go through the city or the county. She will do all of that for you. We have a project manager that's dedicated to your project, and they order the material, they talk to you, they work with you, and then obviously we have a salesman that you've worked with also. We're available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and honestly, our project managers and our salesmen are kind of 24/7. You can always come to the office, or you can call me, and I make myself available to talk to any customer. There's things that we do in our buildings that nobody else does that just make the building better. There's more lumber in our buildings, and we do that for a reason. We want the very, very best building. We don't want something that's subpar or like the next guy or any of that. I would rather bend over backwards for a customer just to make sure it keeps our reputation intact and we feel like the customer got the most bang for the buck. We love our employees, and I'm very old school. I try to tell you how good a job you do when you really do a good job. I'm also going to come to you when you're not doing a good job. And I think if the employee is willing to stick that out, they realize that I've always got their best interests at heart. We all go to work every day, and that's challenging enough some days, but I really, really want my employees to know how much we care about them.
Dan's a hard worker, and the ideas that he comes up with, they're just amazing. And the EV system, like, I was so proud of him.
We actually named it after my granddaughter, her name is Evie, and we call it the EV system. And I've been thinking about it for years and years and years, and about 4 years ago, I was like, man, people have been building these buildings a long time. I don't really see anything that I can come up with that's new to the industry. And it was almost like the minute that I said that, this idea clicked in my head. We put a system together that you can build the entire roof sections on the ground, and they can just hand stuff up from there. The guys are not 30, 40, 50 feet in the air. Now they're 8, 10 feet off the ground. That one particular thing has been huge to our success. We build buildings faster, and we do everything on the ground, and then this system will lift the entire roof up at one time. The most important thing is that the guys are safer. And we've had lots of our competitors copy that EV system, and we talked about it, like, should we patent it, should we not? We felt like if this was our one contribution to the pole building industry that would make a big difference, at least in our area, we felt like that would be the thing. Over the last several years, the barn-dominium craze is still crazy. We build a lot of barn-dominiums, and we've learned to do it and learned to do it right. We do the little loafing shed in the guy's backyard, a little 12 by 12 loafing shed. We have the commercial stuff and we do that and we like doing that. But what gives, I think, us the most satisfaction is when we can put a building in a backyard for somebody, a couple or man or woman or whoever. They've been saving their whole lives to have this she shed or this man cave, and we give these people something that's awesome and incredible. And maybe it's because we come from nothing that's where we understand that, but I love that part of it. I just want people, when they think of a Roper building, to think of an elite building. It's the best building that you can buy. We can be the most economical building out there. If that's what you want, we can be that guy. We can also be the very most elite building you can possibly put together.